Alright, so today we're going to be showing you how to cut a double door retractable screen. So as I mentioned in the last video, the first thing you do is you get a clean cut on one end. Okay, so after my clean cut, I'm going to take it, flip it around, get my measurement. My measurement is 95 1/16. So once again, 95 1/16, and we take off 11/16 from that, which allows for the two end caps, one on each end. So after we line up our measurement, we once again come down here. We pull our 3/8, our pull bar down 3/8 of an inch. What that does is allow it to ride lower in the top track so it's not rubbing against the top track. Line up our mark. Double check, make sure that our screen is level inside the tube, and make our cut. We want to tip it up, make sure all the shavings are knocked out. Next step is our brushes. As I stated in the last one, there's two slots you can put the brushes. I always put mine in this slot right here, but it doesn't matter. You can put it in either one. You go 3/8 over to allow the brush to go slide into the end caps when you put those on. Flip it over this way. Once again, you'll see two grooves, but only one groove fit. The brush will only fit in the one groove, and that's the one closest to you. This one will go even, and then we just cut it off. Okay, so I always make my left-hand door first. So I'm going to push my screen down to this end. As you can see, there's about 3/8 inch of this black plastic sticking over. So what I do is just cut that off. And a little bit of an angle for the screen. Now with that done, we're ready for our magnets. Once again, we have A, B, north, south. One is smooth, one has lines on it. Slides right here in this groove. Okay, we're all the way to the end. Cut that off, and then we crimp it. We're crimping it so the magnet doesn't move inside the pull bar. It stays in a fixed position. Cutting the excess off and crimp the opposite end. Alright, so now we're ready for our accessory kit. We have the two end caps, two handles, two washers. Small one goes on the top, big one goes on the bottom, a boot for each end, and the stopper. So I start with the handles, opening away from you. This piece right here slides right inside this groove. The other one on the bottom. Okay. Next is the boot. And once again, you just put it in there, it's loose. So what you need to do is just take your crimpers, just crimp it down just a little bit. A little bit more. Washers next, goes inside the tube. End cap slides inside the washer. Little groove right here. That slides in there. Then there's a pin on the back with a hole in it. And then the brush slides up into the groove on the back side. You want to hang on to your mesh a little bit while you're pounding this on. Okay. Now on the opposite end, once again we put our boot on. This is the bottom. You want to make sure this is really on tight. Then you take your washer, you put it onto the end cap, take your spring, wind it towards you till it's almost to the little ledge right here. Right there is good. Put on the tube and the stopper. Okay. I put the stopper in there. Wind up the screen, make sure it's all in there nice and tight. Stick the tube in, put the washer on. Then I start counting my turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is a pretty tall door, so we're going to go like 14 turns on it. Make sure the washer's in. Put this side in that little groove. Cut a little bit of this brush off. Stick the pin in. Let the brush go inside. Check our measurement. .95 1/16. Lift it up. Check our tension. And that's one side. Okay, so that was the left-hand side. Now we'll do the right-hand side. Once again, get a clean cut. measurement, 95 1/16. Okay, so once again we pull the 3/8, and you'll notice I'm pulling the same end. But as I get farther down, I'll show you how to change it from the left to the right. Okay, line up our mark. Make sure our screen is flush with the end of the housing. Very important to empty out the shavings, because if you don't empty them out, when you install the door, all those shavings will be on the customer's floor. Alright, back to our brushes. Once again, I'm going 3/8 over on each end. Turn it over. Add the front brush. This one's even. And we cut it off. Okay, so on the last one I cut the black off of this end. So now I want to make the opposite side, so I just push this down, and that'll make this the bottom now. Put on my opposite magnet. I used a smooth one on the first side. Now I'm using the one with the lines. There. Alright, once again we cut it off, and very important to crimp the magnet into place. Crimp both ends. Once again I'm cutting the black plastic off of this side to make my opposite side door. Okay. Another accessory kit. I always start with my handles first, opening away from you. As you can see, there's a groove on the back side, same as the front. Crimp my boot into place. Now this ends the bottom on this door, so The large magnet goes on the bottom, or the large washer. Okay, so this door requires a slide lock. What a slide lock does is allow one side of the door to be held in place, and then you can just go in and out the other door. So what we need to do, there's little nubs right here on each one. So just very slightly, we're going to take our crimpers and just crimp that just a little bit. What that does is allow it to go in, to slide into this groove. So you take it, the same groove you put your handles in. Okay, it just slides right in there. Now you can put on your top boot. Again, the washer goes on the cap. The spring on, tube, and a stopper. So we're going to do the same amount of turns. We did 14 on the other side. Cutting just a little bit off the brush so I can get it started in there. Pop it into place, double check your measurement. .95 1/16. Set it up. Always check your tension. Alright, that's the two housings. So now we're going to go to our top and bottom track. And our measurement is 60 7/16. So 60 7/16 is right here. So unlike the single, this is the double. So instead of the 2 inches taking off, we have to take off 4 inches. That's 2 inches for each side for each of the two housings. So I want to go 56 7/16. We always cut both of them together, that way they're the same size. Sure everything's lined up. Okay. Both bottom and top track get brushes in them. There's grooves right here, one on each side for the brushes that slide into. Cut it off and automatically crimp it. That does is hold the brush in place so it doesn't move when the doors open and close. If you don't crimp the brushes, when the door retracts back into the housing, it could take the brushes with it and wind it up back inside with the screen. This end's crimped. Go down here, cut off any excess, and crimp it. Cut off the excess, crimp it. Same thing with the top track. So all I'm doing on here is just crimping this little edge right there. That'll hold it in place. Okay, so that's our top and bottom track. So this door requires, they ordered, which is optional, track protectors. What the track protectors do, okay, this is a piece of the bottom track. One can go on both sides. Now, with the track protectors on, you can run an appliance cart over the top of it and it won't damage the track. Okay, so once again our